Hey fellow tankers, it's Mobius Y here, and with the latest update, it's time for a patch notes video. Yay, I know, you're so excited. Anyways, update 2.4 came out just a couple days ago, and as always, I'm a little bit late with coming with the patch notes. Sue me. Anyways, let's just breeze through these, and you'll see that heck of a lot happened, not really a lot of content, mostly a heck of a lot of bug fixes and a couple changes to the user interface, for example. Update 2.4 is live, Stug 3B, Airfield War, and more. The searchlights have zeroed in on Update 2.4 and the awesome new content it's carrying. Look forward to the German Panzerwaffe getting a legendary reinforcement in the Stug 3 OS-B, which you can soon take into the unfamiliar battlefield of Airfield War. Now, this is kind of funny. It's unfamiliar if you've only played on the Xbox One version, but Airfield War has been on the 360 version for quite some time, so those of us older 360 veterans will be much more familiar with it. The Stug Life chose me. Pun. Germany's most produced armored fighting vehicle during World War II served a dual role as a capable assault gun and tank destroyer. Like the Hetzer, the Stug 3 OS-B has the option of mounting two deadly armaments, the rapid-firing 75mm L-48 or the explosive 105mm L-28 howitzer. No matter what you go with, keep a safe distance when showing your sniper skills. Now, this little blurb at the bottom underneath the pictures basically just summarizes that the Stug 3B won't appear in your player's stats on the web page and quite possibly in-game for the time being. I guess they're having an issue with linking up your battles played and your stats and all that jazz, referencing that in your overall player profile page for the game. A new front, Airfield War. Airfield was reintroduced into the map rotation in the last update, but since then it's seen some changes. Non-stop battles have torn apart this once serene dunescape, leaving it as a war-torn battlefield. Searchlights and anti-aircraft batteries scour the skies for bombing raids, and concrete bunkers keep the naval action at bay. Resembling the fierce landings of Operation Torch, Airfield War will test your team's strategy in keeping control of vantage points and other key spots on the terrain. Read more about the features in Update 2.4 below. So basically, Airfield War is reskinned airfield. There's a lot of concrete bunkers lying around, especially in the middle area by the airfield, as well as down in the south on top of the central hill next to the sea. Those bunkers basically kind of give you different corners that you can side scrape off of or just peekaboo around. But there's also a lot of barricades everywhere. Wooden barricades, sandbags, and some concrete barricades that block access. The concrete ones kind of annoy me because they prevent you from going down certain flank routes, and me being a medium tanker, I like my flank routes. But all in all, it's a good reintroduction back into the map rotation. To the download sizes, for the Xbox One, you're looking at a little under 3 gigabytes of a download, so it's fairly sizable. For the 360, it's much smaller because I guess we're not re-downloading Airfield War. That's already been downloaded many months ago. You're looking at less than 700 megabytes for a download on the 360, so much smaller on the 360. We're going to get into the new features now, followed by the bug fixes. New features across all platforms. Training room changes. You can now select your desired tiers when creating a team training room. This was nice because you'd always get those jackasses that would join your team training room, and you and your 6 or 7 buddies would be like, yeah, let's try and play a tier 3 game, and then you get the odd, 4 or 5 people that jump in and they see, oh, they're playing some tier 3s, I'll pick a tier 3. But you get those jackasses that jump in and they're just like, oh my god, they're only playing tier 3, I'll pick my tier 8 or my tier 10 and I'll raffle stomp them. Yeah. Real slick, guys. So this way you can manually select which tiers you guys want to play, and it completely locks out the unavailable tiers from in somebody's garage. They are completely incapable of choosing those tiers to play, which is pretty awesome. We've added a new observer mode to provide you with more exciting spectating during tournaments. Please note that this feature is currently reserved for official tournaments. It will be added for players in the future. Now, when I first read this, it kind of went under the radar when I skimmed over the patch notes for the first time, but when I reread them a second time, I realized this means that we will soon have not really a theater mode, essentially, where you're watching replays, but you are using basically you can use a flying cam to watch a certain player, or hopefully a flying cam around the battlefield to watch certain areas of a battlefield, and see what's going on over there. Right now, it's only for official tournaments, but they're going to be adding this for players in the future. That is awesome. That will be the first step towards helping, people like myself do basically cinematic kind of mini movies, essentially, in World of Tanks, and not just, gameplay. I'll be able to do little things like kind of I'll be in the third person flying cam, and I'll have some of my buddies in specific tanks, and I'll say, okay, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, and go. And, playing like, pretending to be a movie director, essentially. It's one of my childhood dreams. Oh my God. No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. But I'm pretty excited about seeing that come out for players in the future here, and what that'll bring to the video content that some of us with a kind of a creative flair kind of bring out. That'll be pretty nice. Boosts. A new type of store package is available. Boosts. Boosts are purchasable multipliers you can select in your operations tab at your convenience. Optimize your experience. I have no idea what these are or how these work, to be totally honest. I don't recall seeing them. And I seem to, I have noticed a couple threads on the forums asking where are they and what do they do. So as far as I know, I don't know what exactly those do. I'm guessing you can use them to tack on with, say, your premium time and your operations to get extra experience in a good game or extra silver in a good game. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Xbox 360. Show off and share your post-battle results to Facebook directly from the results screen. This will be nice for you Facebook users out there. A new button was added to the store to access downloadable content. Hopefully somebody fixes this grammatical error here. Wargaming, hint, hint, come on. New HD map, Airfield War, already know that. New vehicle, Stug 3 OS-B. It's a Tier 4 German tank destroyer, so it's not like a brand new frickin' Tier 9 or something that's going to take you 2 weeks to grind to. Tier 4 German tank destroyer, and from what I hear, it's actually a pretty solid tank destroyer. Major changes across all platforms. Recon range bar renamed to view range, which is nice. Trying to explain this to new people who didn't really understand the statistics of a tank. What's view range? It doesn't say view range anywhere. It says it right there, but that says recon range. It's the same thing. So now that there will be no confusion. New premium and elite benefits description in the tech tree. Premium and elite tanks, you get a little bit better crew XP every game. And premium tanks, they give you better silver. Tech tree tanks on sale will now display the discount percentage next to the tank. The flow for purchasing tanks and packages has changed to be more streamlined. Redundant dialog boxes removed. Thank God. The purchase confirmation dialog now occurs immediately after researched. That's nice. So whenever you research a new package or a new tank, instead of having to reselect that package to buy it, it'll simply say, you have researched this package. Would you like to purchase it and equip it now? So that, just shaving off time is essentially, and redundant button clicks or button presses. The tank celebration now occurs immediately after tank purchase, which is good. Before you would have to pick a crew for your tank, choose the training for that crew, or recruit a new crew, blah, blah, blah. Now it's just you buy the tank, you go through the friggin' confetti sooner. Everybody likes the confetti and the door opening on your tank, and you get all excited, and then you pick your crew and all that jazz. Several upcoming premium tanks are available to try out in the following practice modes: target practice, driving practice, and live fire practice. This is part of Wargaming West's kind of new gig that they've been doing for a while, since before the Brazilian Bulldog came out, where they put upcoming premium tanks in the training modes, in the tutorial mode specifically, where essentially you can drive them around, test them out, see if you like them, and it'll give you a good idea of whether or not you're actually going to buy it or not. Additional changes across all platforms. The exclusion filter icon is now an X instead of 1/. Click to zoom is now hidden in sniper view when fully zoomed in. I'm sure that was confusing to new players when you're fully zoomed in and it says click the right stick to zoom in and it zooms out. Trees on Severogorsk were updated to match the winter setting. The tank filter will not appear if the player owns less than 7 tanks. So if you had a very small garage, the tank filter just wouldn't even appear. Kind of pointless. Reduce the repair cost of the Batchat 155-58 based on player feedback. That's the Tier 10 French artillery. All you scumbags out there, now you don't have to pay as much if your Batchat scum wagon gets destroyed. Post-battle results now displays the current progression of marks of excellence. Demounting complex equipment with gold will now display the exact silver refund. That's nice because before it would just say, would you like to dismount this for 10 gold and get the full silver refund? And it wouldn't tell you how much silver you're getting back. You just got back anywhere between, 10,000 to 500,000 silver. Added an additional package with the 57mm gun to the T-34. Added new fully upgraded package with 12.8cm cannon to the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. So that's the Tier 5 Russian medium tank and a Tier 8 German Bush Wookiee tank destroyer. They now have additional packages. I'm hoping that the T-34 lets you mount the 57mm gun with the enhanced treads and the fully upgraded engine, because before you didn't have that option. If you were using the 57mm gun on the second to last package, you had to play with a downgraded engine. If you wanted to use the fully upgraded engine, you had to use the much more inferior 76mm gun. The 57 is way better on the T-34, so hopefully we have the option to play with the T-34 pseudo fully upgraded, but with a 57mm gun. And the same thing with the Borsig. You can now play it fully upgraded with a 12.8 centimeter gun. I guess you get the enhanced treads and the turret with the top engine as well. So that's always nice. One of the disadvantages to the package system is they really need to identify if a package is actually just straight up inferior and being more used than the supposed fully upgraded package, which, you know, on some tanks the fully upgraded package just sucks in comparison to the previous one. Bug changes on all platforms. By popular request, the radio squelch SFX is no longer audible when voiceover volume is turned all the way down. So this is for people like me who get annoyed by the commander telling me every little thing that I already know is going on, and you have the voiceover volume all the way down. You would still hear that little noise whenever the commander was talking. So now you don't hear that anymore, which is nice. If tanks are destroyed by fire or ramming, their turrets now have proper collision in their destroyed state. Gamma adjustment image is now the same in the menu and the initial setup. Fixed an issue where players could reach an unintended area of Siegfried Line at F7. Yeah, that was very friggin' annoying. Thank you, trolls, for exposing that and getting it fixed. Fixed a rare issue where gun audio would cut out. Fixed double silver picto showing in confirmed purchase window and camo confirmed purchase window. Fixed negative free experience numbers showing in the tech tree if no tank was available to be researched. I've never seen that, but I'm sure it was pretty funny. It's like I have negative free experience, so I owe the game free XP now. Fixed overlapping celebrations if users progress through tank purchase too quickly. Rich presence information properly reflects the player's state within the World of Tanks attack minigame. The attacking team's spawn points on Severogorsk are now properly labeled as 123 instead of 122. Severogorsk fixed collision on the bridge at H6. Fixed LOD models on certain warehouse buildings to show the proper destruction state. The time limit on training levels is now 20 minutes, as it says in the description. For some reason, one of them was only 7. I don't know why, but they fixed that now, which is great. Fixed a lockup that would occur when trying to view a tank's medals as it returned to the garage. Ruinberg War blocked off a restricted area near H4, E2, and B3 that players could be pushed into. Again, that was really annoying if somebody went in there. There was one particular spot where if the tank had really good turret armor, it was hard as hell to get them out of there and actually kill them. Morovanka fixed collision on a house at F6. Erlenberg blocked an area near G2 where players could get stuck. Hold here where capturing the base voiceover will now only play if the player is capturing a base, not if your team is capturing the base. Fixed Russian localization for team destruction while in team training. Click to zoom button icon now properly changes if the controller scheme is changed while in a match. On the tank detail screen, enhanced springs is now using the proper icon. Fixed stage medal award descriptions in all languages other than English to show the class requirements. Fixed an issue where active ops would be hidden in the garage after switching game modes. Fixed Russian translation for proving ground description. Long gamer tags with long clan names will now scroll in team training rooms and the efficiency tab of the post-battle results. That's kind of handy so that you can see, you know, the full gamer tag of somebody if they have, you know, a long clan tag and then they have a couple of, you know, a clan tag in their friggin' gamer tag. That'd be annoying. You're trying to figure out who's who. The M4A3 Easy 8, the M4A3 Easy 8 Fury, and the T29 fixed the name of the default armor-piercing ammunition. Tundra fixed destruction audio for various vehicle objects. Launcher music will no longer play while the minigame is being played. Corrected the elite vehicle bonus description on tanks. The stats tab now displays percentages in the descriptions for marks of excellence in languages other than English. Fixed some missing characters in the gold purchasing screen in traditional Chinese. Severogorsk fixed some floating stumps located at G6, A8, and 9B to 9D. I'm pretty sure I saw the one at A8 at some point. I thought I was just seeing things, but there was a battle going on, so I didn't really pay a lot of attention. Premium time left under 24 hours is more accurate. There was a lot of crying going on the forums over this because people would see that they had a day left of premium time and then suddenly within an hour it disappeared and they would freak out because they think they just got gypped at a premium time. They wouldn't bother to actually launch into a battle and see that they are still being awarded for the premium time benefits. But it simply stopped displaying, hours left on your premium time. So, at first glance, it would look like you just lost a day at premium time. It wasn't actually the case. It was still working, but it still caused a lot of butthurt with people. So I'm glad that's taken care of. Increased emblem sizes on the T-37, T-49, and M41 Bulldog. Those are U.S. lights, as well as the LTTB and the T-54 lightweight Russian light tanks. Those emblems were really small, and it was really difficult to tell that they were even on a tank if you were looking at it. Changes to the Xbox One, or bug fixes to the Xbox One, sorry. Fixed rare issue where players could get stuck in complete darkness and night maps. That was hilarious, actually, until it happened to you. But that was an issue. Excuse me. The screen would go full black. You could still see tank icons and your heads-up display a little bit, but you could not see anything else because everything would be flat black. Freedom fixed the missing animated flag on the Freedom Super Pershing premium tank. Fixed invisible destroyed model on the T-34-2 turret. That's a Chinese medium. I believe it's tier 8. Download progress bar properly updates when the download is complete. Fixed a disconnect issue at the game mode select screen. Network traffic indicator animates properly in the launcher while downloading. South Coast fixed rock collisions at Delta 8. Siegfried Line fixed collision of Rebel Pile at F8. Tundra fixed rock collisions at F5, F7, E4, and E8. I always like seeing these fixed collision issues in certain locations because I run into that crap all the time. I swear to God, Wargaming is like, I'm going to put this rock right here, but we're going to make the model like 6 feet over to the left because Mobius Y is going to run into it and it's just going to mess with his head. I swear to God, they do that on purpose. Fixed a rare crash during disconnects. Object 430 version 2, fixed distant gun audio. Thank God. This was really irritating. The big troll thing to do was load up a friggin' Object 430 version 2 platoon. Because whenever there was an Object 430 version 2 in the game, whenever it shot, it sounded like it was right next to you. It sounded like that for everybody in the game, whether or not they were on your team. So you can imagine the frustration and annoyance when you have a platoon of 3, 4, or 5 Object 430 version 2s in your tier 9, tier 10 game. Yeah, that was really annoying. Thank you again, trolls. M103 fixed turret model smoothing. And lastly, some changes, bug fixes, to the Xbox 360. Fixed an issue in the launcher where some players would have to wait 30 plus seconds for the news to load. Fixed track repair voiceover that was not playing sometimes. Fixed message displayed when the game is launched with a live profile signed in. LTTB, the Russian tier 7, light tank. Fixed texture seam near turret when camo was applied. The T-37 tier 6 US light tank. Fixed camo on upgraded turret gun mantlet. The M3 Lee tier 4 US medium tank. Fixed collisions for viewports. And then we've got the VK3601H, I believe that's a German tier 5 or tier 6 heavy tank. And the T-37 and M41 Walker Bulldog, those are both US lights. Fixed wobbly wheels, which are always hilarious. And that is it for the patch notes. There's obviously some buttons down here. I'm sure if you go under the privacy policy or quite possibly watch World of Tanks on YouTube, you'll go to the secret area of Wargaming's site where they say that they nerfed the Super Pershing so that, they have a fallback saying, yeah, we told you guys that we nerfed the Super Pershing. You're just being paranoid. I'm kidding. The Super Pershing was not nerfed. Again. Anyways, that's all that's going on there. As always, thanks very much for watching, and this has been Mobius Y battling on about Update 2.4. I hope to see you on the battlefield or in my next video. In the meantime, good luck and happy tanking.